Yeah. Good evening, Samantha.
Good evening, Vijay. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Thank you. Thank
inviting me here.
yes. Thank you. Today's topic. It's wonderful topic. Like being different to be on the earth.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
absolutely. So
We will.
um, I'll start with thanking Vijay for actually having these kind of webinars, which actually is helping different facilitators get on board and share their energies, share their awareness of what is consciousness to them, what is awareness to them. And I just want to start by thanking Vijay for having made this platform available for different facilitators to speak, and to everybody who's hopping on call, who would hop on in the future, a warm welcome. Thank you so much. I'd probably drop in a quick hi to everybody here. Hi, Yashodhara. Hi, Rajni. Hi, Dhara. Hi, Anita. Hi, Vijay. Hi, Pankaj. Thank you so much for hopping on. Thank you. I see three of them. So um, let me start by quickly introducing myself. Very quick introduction. Hi, this is Samantha. I'm an engineer turned access consciousness facilitator. Sorry, access consciousness bars facilitator. But I've always been this fascinating kid with, is life enough? As a kid, I wondered with a whole agenda, or I could see the skeleton as a kid that I'm born, school, okay, degree, okay. I get married to someone, great, kids, retirement, promotions, and grandkids, and then die. I was like, okay, this is pretty interesting. It's interesting how the world is going, but somewhere at the back of my mind, I always wonder, is this enough for me? And I'm going to leave each of you guys with that question of, is this enough for you guys? Because this skeleton is pretty much what the world has told to be. And yes, it could be fun. Yes, it could be more fun. And it's where my whole exploration of inviting people to know more about themselves started. And more so, it started with me. And I always wonder that every person that I meet is really one of the most interesting of people I know of, I have ever met. And each of them have their tweaks, their quirks, their great, awesome stuff, their real pathetic, really ugly stuff, but yet it was interesting that that's what made them them. And so I started exploring in myself. It's like, what does Samantha like? What does she not enjoy? And today's call is pretty much an invitation for each of you right here. It does not matter what age you are, whatever you've studied, whatever you have not studied, what your degrees are. I don't really give a damn. But my invitation to each of you right here is to, if you could know that you, my friend here, are one of the most interesting of people, a secret, a gift that the world is actually waiting for you to claim you, would you start to, thank you so much, Vijay, thank you for dropping the question. Would you start to get to know yourself a little better than you're willing to do, or you were willing to do than yesterday? And so that's a teeny bit of invitation. And I thought I'll just speak about access consciousness and the tools that are really so pragmatic. So how many of you guys right here, quickly, let me know, just unmute yourself very quickly and let me know, hey, have you heard of access consciousness before?
All are access people.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, Belinda. Thank you so much for hopping on. So yeah, that's awesome. So if there's any person, you could unmute yourself after you have, hi. You could unmute yourself after you have probably answered. And I'm going to share this quick information for anybody in the future who's watching this video, because Vijay is pretty much creating something for the future. I wonder if he's acknowledged it yet, because I wonder how many people are probably going to be watching this very video, every person on this call, and how many questions that you might be coming up at the end of this particular webinar. So thank you so much for hopping on, guys, because it is actually, what's the day today? What's the day today? It's Tuesday and it's 8 p.m. You of all guys have chosen to be here present with me, with Vijay, and with each other. And I'm grateful for your time. I'm grateful for your choice. So quickly share on what access consciousness is. It's a beautiful set of pragmatic tools that is available to each of us. It's a set of questions, it's a set of processes that is really available to us. And probably it's one of those places which dares to ask us a question of, what do you know? How many of them really, how many of the times have we really ever been asked that question of, Belinda, what do you know? Hey, Vani, thank you so much for joining. But what do you know? It's that one place that has opened such doorways of possibilities for people to really access what they know. So how many of you guys have really played with intuition? Just quick, drop in a quick yes, or leave a yes in your chat box. A one yes would also do, so I can just move on to the next part. Awesome, thank you so much for sharing, Rajni. So intuition is something that we have made so special, so solid, and as so we can access this amazing intuition of ours only in a blue moon. We have surrendered this intuition to be used only in dire sequences. We think that is operational and functional only during different spaces. But I'm going to invite each of you guys to a space of it's accessible right here, right now. And you guys could do it too. And that's the whole space of, what do you know? What do you know? If you could walk with this question at any space. So what do I mean by what do you know? Because this knowing of yours is accessible to you, and nobody else in this whole wide world is probably willing to access what you're willing to access right now in this 10 seconds red hot minute. And that's what is so special about your awareness of anything that's happening in your life. And why do I speak about what do you know? Friends, that is the freaking difference I'm talking about. What is the difference I'm referring to? Because this 10-second, what you are willing to know, be, perceive, and receive is something that no one on this planet is actually willing to know, be, perceive, and receive, and access, and institute that energy. And that is the difference each of you right here are. And my invitation to each of you right here is to be willing to access this. Intuition is not a supernatural thing that only trained professional can access. Funnily, we haven't really probably sharpened that knife, but it is available to you. It is available to you, and you can access with this one question. At any point in time, stop and ask this one question of, what do I know here? It could be a relationship. It could be your financial condition. It could be your health. Listen to people, listen to what the doctor has to say, but could you just give yourself the permission to ask the question of, what do I know here? And that is the difference that you be. So for how many of them, being you is really a very difficult thing, and it's a very uncomfortable thing. Everywhere you seem to be fighting that. Can I get a yes? Or, just drop in your yeses, or just unmute yourself quickly and go. Yeah, I find that. Thank you, Belinda. So what have you defined as the difference? Thank you, Rajni. What have you defined as difference? And where have you made that your wrongness? What if you being you, like the beloved co-creator of Access Consciousness, Dane here goes, what if you being you is the greatest gift this world could ever, ever, ever have? The difference that you be is the gift that the world is actually craving for, is waiting for you to be the difference that you be. So what is going to happen if you be the difference that you be, if you claim to be the wallflower that you be, if you claim to be the weirdo that you be? Are you afraid of judgments? Bring it on. A fun way to really, really play with being you is, most of us have this wail of, I'm really scared of being me. And one of the common pain point that I hear with people is, I'm really afraid of the judgments. Guess what, my friends? Judgment is not real. It was never real. And here's another tip. For all the people who told, get out of the box, think out of the box, be out of the box. What if I told you there was never a box? What if the box is a freaking lie all this while, and you have assumed that there's actually a box? So everything that is, can you please uncreate it and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I often wonder, is it courage that you require to choose to be you today? So what is that you are afraid of so much that you would never, ever in hundreds of lifetimes never choose to be you? Because being you is the contribution. Being you is going to ask you to step into a space of acknowledging that what you are here to gift to the world is only what you are willing to give to the world. And guess what? That actually requires some amount of, taking a back seat and looking at you and saying, that's me. What can I do now? Who can I be right here? And what do I know? And I'd like to stress on this question of what do I know? Absolutely. What is the difference? I'm unwilling to choose to be here. And one of the common pain points that people really refer to is that of the financial condition. So I'm going to use this as a template or an example, but feel free to actually use this question in any area of your life. It could be a relationship. It could be the grocery shop. You're going to buy a commodity for yourself. It could be anything. The question is, what do you know? What do I know here that nobody is unwilling to know, be, perceive, and receive? And when you happen to tap into that lightness of your knowing, play with it. And one of the reasons I brought up the money as the topic is, for the longest time we have been following like herds or sheeps, because one of the common ground that we have noticed with money is our reference points are our parents, or probably grandparents, and teachers. Could I guess someone is on? Okay, thank you, Vijay. Our reference points have very, very strongly been our parents. And you guys know the kind of SpongeBob of magnitude that each of you are, that for the longest time, you've never, ever asked this question of, what do I know about money? What is that I know about money? Because the minute you're going to ask this question, you are going to open yourself into, man, I actually know something different about money. And that different is the gold mine that you're really looking for. And everywhere, all the judgments that we are holding on to, and all the projections, expectations of everybody that we have collected, all the reference points we have of money, can we please uncreate it and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Because asking, what do I know about money, is going to invite you to a space of, how different are you with creating money? How different are you with spending money? How different are you with generating money? How different are you with saving money? Because it's all going to be different for Belinda. It's going to be different for Tilaka. It's going to be different for Asha. It's going to be different for Chitra. It's going to be different for Rajni. It's going to be different for Anita, Dhara, Amir, Viji, Vani, Vridhi, Bharti, Sanhita, Preeti, Arun, and so many more on this group. Because it is different. And why do I bother about really acknowledging this space of, why care about acknowledging the difference you be? Spoiler alert, you chose this knowing that you are a freaking gift. What if I told you that? How many of you guys know of, Usain Bolt, who actually sprinted the 100-meter race within, I guess the record time is 9.58. I'm not too sure if someone has broken that record, but that man chose to have a different possibility with that 100 meters. He chose that as something that's even more possible than the 100 meters. And he chose to do the 9.58 seconds. He just chose to be Usain Bolt with the 100 meters. And how many of you are unwilling to be the Usain Bolt in your own lives, with your relationships, with your money condition, with your health? How much of difference are you really avoiding? So my invitation is truly for each of you. There's so much of pragmatics in being different. should you just give yourself the permission to choose the difference you be? Also probably would like to, share a little more about what is butterfly effect. Have any of you actually have heard of what a butterfly effect is? Just give me a yes, or I'll actually go ahead and share something about what a butterfly effect is.
No.
No? Thank you so much for sharing that, Bharti. Sorry? I think someone just shared something, but okay. So I'll probably quickly share about what is butterfly effect, and give me one moment. There's something at my end. So butterfly effect, I'm just going to pull this out of Google because it's pretty accurately shared. So in chaos theory, the butterfly effect is the sensitive dependence on initial conditions in which a small change in one state of deterministic nonlinear system can result in large differences in a later state, which means a very small change in initial conditions actually can cause a different significant outcome. So where are you truly underestimating that one choice of choosing to be the difference that you truly be with different things, whether it's your clothing, whether it's the food you eat, or whether it's the coffee that you make? In very simple terms, if I actually have to go ahead and share, butterfly effect is if a butterfly actually flaps its wing in Chicago, the capacity for it is to actually translate into a tornado in Turkey. And that's how powerful each of your choices right here are. Again, should you give yourself the permission to acknowledge that you are very, very different, very, very weird, and the judgments are going to roll in any way. You might as well acknowledge that there's not much of truth with judgments and turn up the difference that you truly be. Because many of us in, whether it's, let me give you an example of, how many of us are trying to be like facilitated like Gary, or how many of us are true, really looking to facilitate it like anybody on the planet. But the truth is, your magic is lost the minute you think facilitating like the next person is actually going to change much more than what the difference that with this subject, this 10 minutes, with the crowd that you're present with, and really delivering and being that energy with that crowd. So everywhere, the difference that you be is a failure. Everywhere you think the difference that you be requires a lot of learning. Everywhere you think the difference that you be is a total wrongness in this reality. Can we please uncreate it and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Because it was very much in the recent times that I've started playing with this question of what is the difference I be with money that I've never acknowledged. And if I could truly acknowledge the space of difference I be with money, what do I know about money? Because that question of what do I know here is going to not give you answers. I'm sorry, it's not for answers. It's really for your next step of awareness. It's really the next space that is going to be accessible to you, or rather that space that you're going to be giving yourself the permission to access of, wow, that's the difference I know here. I have a choice to be that. And everywhere. And there's also the space of thinking, you know what, I'm a small human being. What's the difference I can really create? Every day you ask this question of what do I know? How different can I be here? What do I know about this that I've never chosen, that I've never considered up until now? And pot and pock all those projections, expectations, or separations and rejections you have of yourself. You invite yourself a space of awareness of the contribution that you truly be. And every day when you hit the nail again and again, that's just going to sharpen. And what we are really looking to create is the gift you be. And I wonder what contribution each of you here who have chosen to be on call really are. And if you could just acknowledge it, you are the gold that you're really looking for. It's not outside of you, you are the gold. So I'd probably wrap it up unless you guys have any questions. Feel free to unmute it and shoot it away, and I'd be happy to share my awareness. Is there any questions? Have you typed it? Or feel free to just unmute yourself and ask me a question. Or I'll probably go ahead and share something else if you guys don't have a question. So would you like me to share, or do you have a question? Hi, Anita. I see that you've unmuted yourself. Go ahead and ask a question if you have it.
The energy of, what difference that you could be and what difference you can choose. And that's so awesome. And then you also said, what do I know here? I mean, it opened up so much of space for me. Thank you so much.
Most welcome, Anita. Thank you so much for being here and receiving it.
Yeah. And just now you said, you are the goal.
You are the
right?
gold. You are the gold. We pretend that we are, you are the
That's
gold
right.
that you're actually constantly looking outside of you. You think there's another person outside of you who knows better than what you know about what is right in front of you. And we always are busy passing that bait into another person and never really asking that question of, damn, what do I know about the ice cream that I would like to eat right now? And that could be very much with the partner that you're looking to choose for your life. It could be for the book that you're looking to leave, because this knowing is available to you right here, right now. It's really the question of, are you willing to ask a question and receive that awareness? Because you know what, asking that question every 10 seconds is also the difference you be, because not many of us are really willing to ask a question, because we are asking question from the space of expecting an answer, and it never ever works that way.
So I wonder what stops us from being aware or being that knowing that we know.
Fabulous. So can I ask you a question with your permission, Anita?
Yes, please.
So what do you know that stops you? What do you know that is actually stopping you from your knowing? Everything that is, can we please uncreate it and destroy it all? Right, wrong,
Yes,
good, bad,
please.
hot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So it just could be energies.
Yeah, it's all the interesting point of views that I
Absolutely.
heard and brought from others and made that as real into my reality.
Absolutely. What
And
else?
all the judgments, all the distractor implants that are there in place, which is probably making myself wrong, looking at, or invalidation or fitting into other people's realities. Oh my God, all the limitations, everything that is in place, which is not allowing me to know me and ask me. Wow.
Everything that is, can we please uncreate
I
and
know,
destroy
just
all?
destroy and create. Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So you just clear that space and just, do you see the sense of space that you were just able to access with that? Yeah. What else is possible? And how does it get any better than this? And I'm just going to invite each of you to actually turn up, because each of you here have been in any way, have been in touch with access tools. And really the question is, how much are we really choosing to receive from these tools? Because guess what? How many of us know the who does it belong to tool right here? Everybody here? Just give a nice yes. So you guys hear it for yourself. Yes. Okay. Yes. Who else? Bharti, awesome. Thank you. Who else? Yes. Right?
Yes.
It's crazy. Because you know what? We're not going to do anything with that. We're probably going to choose another 100 lifetimes to come back to never ever choose. Because you have these 10 seconds, my friend, and you're not willing to be dynamic with the tool. And that is really sad, if you ask me. How dynamic are you unwilling to be? Because again, if you choose the dynamic with each of the tools, then you might just be way too different. You might just turn out to be a chameleon that people hate. You might just turn out to be way too confident in yourself and your reality that people would be really surprised. People would probably leave you. So how unwilling are we to be dynamically using these tools, that you be the tool? We really, these tools are I think, and I've played with different modalities. It is really one of the most simplest way anybody could have actually shared what it can create for us.
ചെറിയ ഗ്ലാസ് വെള്ളത്തിലിടും.
So everywhere we're unwilling to turn up how dynamic we are with these tools. Can we please uncreate it and destroy it all? Everywhere we are looking for problems to solve, everywhere we're looking for situations where we can then use the tool every 10 seconds. So how many of you have, if you have played with this particular app of Who Does It Belong To, fabulous, download it today and set your alarms for 3 hours or whatever that is comfortable for you. For the next 3 days, if you could truly be dynamically, irrevocably be present with this tool, you're going to open yourself to the space of the difference that you be, because that space is going to demand that you be a freaking goddamn leader of your life. No one right here is willing to be a leader of our lives. It's going to ask you to be a freaking steward of the earth. Nobody here thinks that we can, do we? Or do you guys think that you can? Because that's going to demand that you own the freaking goddamn difference you be, the gift that you be. And that's going to demand that you choose to be so present with the question of who the hell does this belong to? Not from a space of judgment, my friend. It's really from the space of acknowledging, hey, you know what? People are telling me that working hard is the only way I can create money. Truth. What do I know about this? Truth. Who does this belong to? Is this mine? Actually, no. Returning it to the senders with consciousness and gratitude attached, it is going to demand that of you. And how many of us are really fighting that out? How many of us are probably being a little lazy? How many of us are really waiting to create a big fat problem and then we can finally choose the tool? And so finally we can acknowledge that it can solve a big problem. And everywhere we're invariantly creating a problem, so we can acknowledge the power of these tools. Can you please uncreate it and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, online shots, boys and beyonds. Any more questions, guys? Shoot. So that's a challenge for you. Download the Who Does It Belong To app right away from Android. It's available on Android and iPhones. And set up your alarms and ping me. I'm available on Facebook to let me know how your challenge is going on and if I could be of any assistance to that. You have any questions? Shoot. Questions creates guys. Who's willing to be really weird and different?
So this is Asha speaking.
Hi, Asha.
Hi. Hi. Thank you for a really great session. And thank you to Vijay. I try to join these when possible. They're really, great little gems. So I'm, relatively new to Access.
That's all right.
But I definitely see the power in it.
Can I see your pretty face, please?
Oh my God, I'm looking terrible.
I don't care. You just show up.
I'm like totally, not bathed and I've got my glass.
I'd love for all the boxes to turn into images. That's a request. It's the last 10 minutes, guys. If you could turn up your pretty faces and just show me, because I'd really like to look at each of you and just thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Asha, go for it.
Totally,
be that difference.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Awesome. I love you guys so much.
This is
Turn
me.
it on. Enough of boxes. Let me look at your faces. It's fine if you're on mute, but I'd like to see your faces. Thank you, Rupal. Pretty Yashodhara. You are gorgeous. Hi, Anita. Thank you so much for coming. Hi, Parita. Chitra, turn it up. Vridhi, Sanhita, Rajni, Tilaga. Harpreet, turn it on. Okay, super, Vani. Cool. You had a question, Asha. Shoot.
Yeah. So on one hand, I do see, I'm starting to feel rather the power in reframing so much that I've assumed, taken as assumptions, and reframing that into questions. But somewhere I'm still feeling that, I'm getting, there's a sense of frustration of change being too incremental, too small.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
And while I feel, I'm still like untraining, I don't want to say retraining, but untraining myself to ask these questions and kind of blow up the box, as you said, and, remove those frames that we've put around everything, and those judgments. At the same time, I want I just want fast change. I don't want to take another 2 years to get this as well.
Are you sure? Are you ready for it? I could share it, but I'm not too sure if you're ready for it.
I'm ready.
Are you sure? I want to hear a loud freaking
yes. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yes.
Choice. Your choice to say, I'm fucking done with this shit and no more. I don't want any processes. I'll tell you what, no amount of clearing all day is going to probably save our asses. It does contribute. I'm not going to really diss it. All right. We could clear. And yes, it really opens up a lot of space. The ultimate one that'll trump every goddamn stuff is your choice. Is your choice of saying this fucking stops right now. No more shit. Do you want shortcut? Your shortcut is choice. Now, how's that going to show up? I have no freaking clue, Asha. I wish I knew so I could prepare you, but nobody is going to prepare this for us. The willingness to take that freaking leap off the cliff and saying, you know what, I'm doing this. I'm not backing up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in. I'm fucking doing this right here, right now.
Right. Okay.
You don't have to run processes. For me, processes are not something that I actually sit and do much. I'd be like, hey, Sam, what have you decided? What do you want to choose right here? Cool. Is that fun for you? Cool. Is that going to turn out to be a disastrous? Maybe, but I still chose. I'm not right here waiting to, because the beauty is when you ask a question of that choice. For example, hey, if I choose to be with this man, is that going to create a greater life? Choice is not something that's actually going to take 6 months, You ask, if I choose this person right here, right now, is he or she going to add to my life? Be present with that. Ask that question. Someone be perceive and receive that awareness.
Okay. Choice it is. Hello? Can anyone hear?
Yeah, we are not able to hear Samantha. Are you there?
Hi. Yeah.
Hey guys,
Maybe
I missed you too.
Got disconnected. Yeah.
You're
missed
back.
you a lot. It's like, sheesh, where are these guys? So it's choice. We think we require a bank balance to make a choice. You don't require anything. You don't require anything. So what have we decided choice is that it isn't? Everything that is, can we please uncreate it and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. So what have you or we defined change is? Change could be incremental, Asha. It could be dynamic, 10 second. But are you willing to receive change in all forms? Because when we go ahead and say, I do not want that incremental, guess what? We have judgments of it being incremental. And guess what? That's pretty much what is going to show up.
Right.
Reality. Because not this about change. What do you know?
Right. What do I know? Right. Got it. That's good. That's great. Thank you.
Hello, Samantha, are you
I think we
there?
lost the connect.
Yeah, we lost.
She went off to some other universe.
Maybe their internet is low.
Maybe let me take
Okay,
this opportunity to thank you, Vijay.
thank you.
It's so awesome and so wonderful and so contributing. It's like
Thank you.
created so much of a difference in our spaces. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Same here, Vijay. I would also like to thank you. It's a great initiative, in fact, and I am really learning a lot. I'm new to Access right away. So I've just completed my foundation and then TTE and just
I think the internet is really acting funny with all the intentions that we're busting.
okay, Samantha's back. I really liked Samantha, your things and all. It was really a contribution around. And I
Thank
was
you so much for receiving it, Harpreet.
the series of clearings are really helpful. And at times when we meet different people, different facilitators, and the kind of energy we get into it, it sometimes brings us back to what we are looking at. And exactly, it's a lot of contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much for it.
much.
Hi, Asha. Is that
Any
okay?
more
Should you
questions?
choose or
Yes,
process?
it was a great response, and it showed me something new, and I really appreciate
Fabulous.
that. And
Thank you
can
so
you
much.
tell me the name of that app again? You said?
It's called Who Does It Belong To?
Okay, got it.
Use it for 6 months and you just might be way too free and way too intimidating to people. So good luck with that.
Okay, that'll be nice. I won't. I won't mind that.
Question, guys. How dynamic are you willing to be with the tools? Because although so many of us are actually choosing access consciousness, the game with access consciousness, how much are you really getting your bars run? How
Yeah,
much are you willing to be the tool? Hi, Anita, your question?
Samantha, yeah. I thought since no one is asking, can I ask?
Yes, absolutely. Shoot.
We know that, we have these tools, we could use it to change our life, and you don't use it consistently to change our lives, right? So how did you overcome that? Or probably, I don't know whether it was there in your universe.
Why do you think we do that?
Yeah, why is that? Okay, instead of why, I wonder what stops me from choosing and doing it consistently to change my life, to create a greater difference.
Awesome. So can I share something here or also ask you some
Yeah, sure.
questions?
Sure.
So how much of pain have we decided we have to actually go through to actually choose change? Because most of us have the point of view that change is only acceptable only when there is something bad happening. So if there's something good happening, you don't really want to be changing it. Or your threshold of it's not painful yet to actually choose change. So what have you decided are the preconditions to actually choose change? If you've decided I require more pain, then that's a driving factor in the way we create our life. So you will push yourself to a threshold where you have to have enough pain and then you can actually use the tools. What if we didn't have to have pain as our motivator to choose us?
Wow.
Because most often if we are happy, we conclude there, which is why sometimes I share this with people that change, it's going to be a 10-second question choice possibility. There's no good, there's no bad. If you've decided this is good, you're stopping there. Funnily, you're not willing to have anything better than that even. Not that in a qualitative sense, but you're not willing to have a different possibility with something you've decided is good, because you've decided it's good. You want to hang on to it. You want to really hold it so tight. And so you're willing to actually have a parameter of bad play out in your life. And so until that bad is painful enough for you, you'll go to that threshold, and then you'd be like, now I'll choose different. I can't be a very comfortable space for you. So how much of difference are you unwilling to be with the change you're unwilling to choose? Everything that is, can you please uncreate it and destroy it all?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Because if you're actually willing to choose every 10 seconds and you're willing to change every 10 seconds, you might just become way too different. You just might be smiling and, like Anita is on drugs, and you don't want to be seen that Anita is on drugs. You don't want to be like, oh, we use pain as a validation of existence. And unless we are unwilling to really go beyond that and ask more questions, and are we truly willing to have joy, without, just because we can. We want to be validated. We want to prove ourselves to be worthy of that. And so one of the ways we prove ourselves worthy of that is choosing pain. Now, at least now, I've been through so much in life. Now I can finally have joy. I deserve joy. No, you deserve joy from the time you actually chose this embodiment. You just decided you don't deserve it at some point in time. So everything that is, can please uncreate at all.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong. Question. Anita, you can shoot another question if you would like to.
Yeah, again, going back to the, okay, I wouldn't say going back, I would say, I wonder what is making me fit into this reality, if that is not allowing me to create a change.
So truth, who's going to actually choose it? The
It's
reality
me.
or you?
It's me.
So are you willing to be the one who's choosing than being the chosen one?
Yeah.
Are you waiting for the reality to change and mutate, and then you can finally say that Anita now has the permission to change? Or would you rather choose and change, and whether the reality changes or not, it does not, it's immaterial to you?
Yes, I could do that.
Yeah,
I choose to do that.
absolutely. Choice. Everything that is less uncreate and destroy. All right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Hi Samran, thanks for hopping on. Hi Neha.
Thank you so much.
Question. Most welcome, Anita. Thank you for asking those questions. Who has a question? Who has a question? We're almost closing the call, guys, so you have about 1 or 2 more minutes. And Rajini, okay. I'm using Access tools on a daily basis. I'm happy. Awesome. Are you saying I'm happy or I'm not happy? Okay. How does it get any better than this? What else is possible? So everywhere we are actually doing these tools instead of being the space, being the energy, being the consciousness, being the choice with each of these tools, can we please uncreate it and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. I may not be the best person for processes, guys, because I'm going to ask you questions and we're going to go to choice. Sorry. Who else? Belinda, you have any question? Thank you so much for... Okay, shoot.
No, actually, I think Rajni has typed the rest of her question.
Oh, thank you so much. So I'm happy. My few family members started calling me selfish. Oh my God, it's my favorite question, dude. I keep getting asked that question. So truth, do you have that point of view in your reality? That if you actually are happy and you're the only one you're happy in your surroundings, do you have that point of view in your universe that then I'm selfish? Everything that is, can we please uncreate it and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Thank you, Harpreet. Yeah, thank you. So most often what happens is if there's a point of view in our universe, people are just going to reiterate that more and more to you. Pardon every definition you have bought of what selfish is, and start asking the question of, if I were to choose and create from the kingdom of we, what would I choose to create here? Everywhere we are unwilling to know that when we say we, you are included in the equation. Can we please uncreate it and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, line shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere we either eliminate I from the we, or we do not include we in the I. Can we please uncreate it and destroy all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, line shots, boys and beyonds. Did that help? Hey, Asha, do you have a question? Awesome, Rajni. Thank you so much for asking that question. So if there's anything that's really bringing out something or triggering something in the just point of view that's going on in my universe, most often it's a yes. If you have a point of view, it's a very hidden point of view. It's not cognitively something that you might be aware of. But if there's a space that is getting reiterated in your reality again and again, or if there's some comment that's triggering you again and again, ask, hey, what are the point of views that's creating this in my reality? Everything that is, and you don't have to know those point of views. Everything that is, I now created and destroyed, all right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, line shots, boys and beyonds. If you have people who do not care and love for you, and that is getting reiterated every minute, every time you choose a different relationship, stop. Because guess what? Your point of view creates your reality. That is the space, not really, again, a space of where you acknowledge that you have the power to change. It's not for you to step into judgment of, oh shit, I have such pathetic point of views. Here's how I create, this sucks. It's not for you to really beat yourself up. It's really for you to acknowledge that at any given point in time, if you chose to bring this and create this in your reality, then you goddamn have the power to change it in 10 seconds. Are you willing to know that you're that powerful? Are you willing to be that different, knowing that you're that powerful? I'm not too sure, guys, but yeah, just have to be very, very willing to be very different, very dynamic in being the tools, not doing the tools. Cool, my time's up. If there's any other questions you have, shoot. And I just thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any upcoming classes you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, so I'm actually having, I can't have at the moment really have fun with creating in-person bars, but if you guys are staying in and around Marathali, ping me, we can figure that out. And I'm really having a worldwide event of having more intros. Sorry, just give me one moment. Access intro. So if you have any people, any friend, any relative that you think this could really contribute to, put them in touch with me, and we could go ahead and create more intros. Someone had a question? Someone unmuted yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Bharti, tell me.
How can ease with the judgment?
Just ask. What do you know? What do you know about having ease with judgments? I could tell you what is ease for me, but what do you know about having and choosing and being ease with judgments that nobody on this call, nobody on this planet is willing to know, be, perceive, and receive right now? You don't have to have the answer. If you could perceive that ease and the capacity with ease that you have with choosing ease with judgments, that's a game changer, Bharti.
Okay.
Because nobody is willing to have that ease. If you are able to ask that question, it means you have that space available to you. You have the capacity. Anytime you have the space of asking a question, know that you already have a capacity with it, which is why to really translate that capacity in a way that you can actualize it in this reality, we ask a question. What do I know about this? What do I know about having absolute irrevocable ease with judgments that if I were willing to know that ease will create greater possibilities for me? And everywhere you're unwilling to be the difference with choosing ease with judgments. Can you please uncreate and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pockle, line, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
Thank you.
Most welcome, Bharti. Thank you for asking the question. So who's willing to be really weird? Super weird.
Me.
Yay! I know you're sure. The minute I saw you, I was like, I know this chick has got the game. I want to see your box. I no boxes, guys. I just see my face. And before we just say goodbye and, looking forward to meet you guys somewhere in the world. Such pretty, beautiful pay.
Thank you, Samantha.
Thank you, Vijay. Thank you so much for the time, space, and
Thank you.
everything that you're creating. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you, Anita. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Wonderful.
See you guys. Feel free to get in touch with me if you have any of them that is looking forward to. Thank you so much, Vijay. What you're doing is a fabulous, fabulous work.
Gift.
Thank you.
Yes, for being the. He's willing to be different. He's willing to be a gift.
Thank you for being the